looking into the group, looking is itself a process of visualization, isn't it? We're engaging the sense of sight, but the subtle sense of sight. And visualization is that. It is subtle sight. And the first thing that I'm feeling is the most wonderful, lively, very like scintillating or luscious energy of being that is humming or vibrating within our whole group. And when I see something, this being offers it back to source. I drop my awareness into the source of creation, that energy may have the potential behind it to do what it needs to do what it has come to do, to fulfill its purpose. That scintillating, lively energy is penetrating the physiology at a very fine level. I'm seeing it penetrating the physiology at the cellular level, and subcellular, cellular and subcellular levels. So nice to have a flow of, it's a very pure energy, very sattvic, awakening intelligence in our physiologies, in our collective, at a cellular and subcellular level. Now, of course, this is an area where we produce, where the digestive process comes down to its finest points. So part of what's happening here is an infusion of the digestive process with the light of being in such a way as to support optimal, I would say increased capacity to provide or create finest product of digestion. And it's interesting, there are feelings associated with this energy, this scintillating energy. And the feelings are very sweet. They're feelings of sweetness and bliss, and feels like a kind of encouraging energy, like the energy of like a recognition that one has the capacity to fulfill their purpose. Capability is there. And I'm seeing there's an increased value of resource that's coming into the physiology at the cellular and subcellular level. And more bliss is also coming. So definitely our group is as if our healing collective is like, okay, we've been doing this for a while now, we know what we're doing. And it's like the group as a whole is starting to harness in a lot of energy. That's what it feels like. It feels like we're kind of gathering resources. We're gathering our resources. And we're doing so at this lovely, very visceral level of the physiology, which means the body benefits. As that energy increases, my awareness always is to fall back into the field of infinite being, silent being. So that's being offered back, offered and offered and offered and offered. Like flowers, like snowflakes, scintillating. And the effect is that there's a flushing of this very lively energy moving from our collective out into the larger collective of creation, and it's having an enlivening effect, which is lovely. Now, I've had some interesting unfoldment of new realizations about the web of life over the last week or so. So let's see how the web of life responds to this activation, this light activation, which it's receiving at this time. It's interesting, the first response is actually a settling down. The light, as it goes into the web of life, brings a peacefulness. And the reason it's doing that is because the light itself is an aspect of pure truth. When these light medicines evolve from being and they integrate, and this is part of what's happening here, is a deep integration with our physiologies, right down at the physical level, physical, cellular, and subcellular, then this is an expression of cosmic intelligence interacting with the collective of our world, the web of life. So cosmic intelligence essentially interacting with itself. And when cosmic intelligence interacts with itself, a truth. Truth is the result. Truth. Nothing is more comforting than the truth, even in the worst of situations, even when things are dicey. When the truth is there, it helps. It helps you, like, at least you can understand, right? And that feeling of peace and the feeling of a kind of a settling down and settling into a place of comfort that is being created in the field around us, all of us, in the web of life, is essentially like a sacred healing space that we are creating at a collective level in order to begin today's session. So that's very interesting. Very interesting, everybody. Like, last thing I was actually expecting would happen, but it's beautiful that as a collective, we're able to communicate so authentically and so honestly to the field of life around us that we can stabilize a healing space, an energetic field around our healing collective, which is highly supportive of healing, not only for ourselves, it's like a safe space, but also for the collective. That means the work that we're doing is healing the larger expressions of our universe. Like, it's like a gift to Mother Divine, or a gift to the big self, the cosmic self. Oh, so this is how, thank you for demonstrating for me, everybody, because I wouldn't know. If I weren't here reporting what you all are doing, I wouldn't even know this. But this is how we create a healing space for our cosmic self, big self, eternal self. Fabulous. Fabulous. So what this tells us is that the energy signature of this particular scintillating energy, as it first came up, this quality of truth, is the material. That energy signature is the signature that cosmic self likes, because we just created it really spontaneously, right? Like, I wasn't even thinking we were going to start with the healing. I just figured, oh, we're going to talk about visualization. But no. There were other plans in store. And so as that light emerged, and then it integrated first in our physiologies at a very kind of collective and systemic level, right? Because it's right down into the cells. And then into the web of life around us, it shows us what it reveals the nature of our own eternal self, our own cosmic self. That this is what cosmic self loves. And cosmic self naturally loves that which is like it. That's like an expression, a truth, an expression of truth. That is cosmic self. So it's showing, it's like demonstrating we created, but also witnessed the demonstration of the enlivenment of cosmic self through our own healing work. Bravo, everyone. I'm so proud of you.